This is a video I've watched, and also the story I've read somewhere on the internet. It's about a Kenyan man, and in particular a Kisii man who went to the US more than 30 years ago. He's called Julius Oyaro Nyamache. This man went there and he has been living there, working for more than 30 years. And he has accumulated a lot. He bought his own house and life has been good. He went ahead and married. Now, last month, he was involved in a domestic dispute with his wife. After that, the wife went and reported to the police. Oyaro was arrested in Minnesota and is in jail now. Next, Oyaro is going to lose his marriage. His wife is going to divorce him. And Oyaro is going to lose the house that he built in Minnesota. He is going even to lose his job. He might lose his job because the crime is heavy. Misdemeanor and threat to end the life of his wife. That is not easy because the wife has also even the evidence. You know what happens in most cases? Even here in Africa, you find that someone is provoking you and they can even injure themselves and go ahead and report you for injuring them. They'll make noise, they'll scream while recording when you are just there in the bedroom relaxing, and they use that one as evidence. So that is what happened to Oyaro. He is 62 years old, not 30, not 20, 62. Someone who has lived enough, and someone, if he's deported back to Kenya, there's no work he can do. Maybe to start a business. It is the reason I usually tell Kenyans who are abroad, if you live in the US, the first thing to do, even if you have a green card, even if you are a citizen of the US, the first thing you should do, make sure you invest in Kenya. Build even one apartment, something that brings income. Build that apartment. Even in your ancestral land, do something. You can even buy land. You know, there are people who have land, 100 acres, even 1,000 acres, which even if you are deported, you can return and start doing farming. Now, what will follow is that the wife will own the house that the man has built or has bought, has purchased through mortgage. Even if he has not completed, he has to complete while the wife is living there. And that's why I usually say sometimes marriage is a burden to men. It doesn't make sense. If you live abroad, sometimes it's good to be single. Avoid marriage because it doesn't benefit any man at all. Because the system is not for men, it's against men. So if Oyaro had lived a single life, then right now we'll be safe. And there are so many Kenyans. There are so many Kenyans who are in jail, others deported because of those slight mistakes. And you know, mistakes happen. And what I've discovered, especially those ladies who go to the US, is one case. Man lives Is that man, I think right now is around 54 years. He came to Kenya, processed documents for a certain lady. Once she arrived there, they stayed for very few months. The lady dumped the man and went to start dating another man. That was after the man had arranged everything for her to go to the US. And this man was very frustrated because he believed that the lady was in Kenya now. It, she doesn't know she will behave in the US. She's innocent. And one mistake most men in the US make is when they come and take ladies from Kenya thinking that these people are innocent. That's a mistake. Because once these people reach there, they will behave like those ones who are there. Because it takes some very few days for ladies to adopt to the system. And once they do, they want their own freedom. Because they know once you take her there, you, you're going to control her. And that's not what they want. And even these ladies who are in Kenya, they are not as innocent as you think. They're not innocent. You better get someone in a relationship with someone who is in the US because you can tolerate each other. So that is what happens. And men have lost assets, not even African men, even whites, through court cases, through divorce. And right now, single women own homes, millions of them, homes which they did not buy, which they did not acquire, but they got through divorce. And that's what happens mostly because the system is against men. A certain guy who lives in the US said that he deliberately went for vasectomy because he did not want children. He did not want anything to do with marriage because he wants to build himself. He wants to be happy. He doesn't want his freedom to be curtailed. He wants to be free, a free man. If he goes to a club, he can enjoy until the following morning and nobody's going to question him where he's from. If he wants to hang out with any person, he's free to do that. If he goes to a meeting, any meeting, then he can stay there for 24 hours. Nobody's going to ask him. If he acquires wealth, he knows that is his own wealth. So the man is happy now, he's 46 years, and he has decided to live that life because he understands marriage is a burden to men. It doesn't benefit men at all. So for Julius, now he has to battle with that case. And if there's evidence he loses his marriage, his children, his wife, his house, and half of his other assets or money, he will also lose his job. So if you are a man, you go to the US. If you are a man, make sure you do your own calculation. The first thing you should cancel is that marriage because eventually more than 50% of marriages end in divorce. So you have to learn from this example. And if you learn, then you'll grow old a happy man.